Greetings, Leo. Welcome to Gemini season and welcome to your reading. So, the big news, Jupiter in Gemini as of today, May 25th. Jupiter just wrapped up its 1-year transit in Taurus, a fixed sign. So, a year of deep stability for you. One that you could hide out in and build quietly. And now Jupiter moves into a very changeable sign, a lot of change, a lot to keep up with. And everyone wants to know what's going on. They want to know more than they should know. And maybe you are a bit sensitive, or maybe you're just trying to heal and you wish that people would just understand. You wish that they could just go along with the program and you all can just be a happy family, and yeah, that's what you wish for. But you never know what you're going to get on the other side. You never know what you're going to get on the other side of the equation of, from the people that you're connecting with. And people are petty, So that control that you used to have over the past year and that you got pretty comfortable with, and you thought that you could continue to leverage that control, you don't have it anymore. But that doesn't mean that you can't still get what you want and what you need. It just means that you have to give more than you feel like you're able to give right now. And there's a thin line between being respected and being real. And when I say being real, I mean facing reality. Facing the reality of where you are right now. Facing the reality of where you're trying to go and what it's going to take to get there. Facing the truth, the deeply emotional truth that you just can't get away from with Jupiter in Gemini. And you just want to feel safe, But all you're finding in this energy is conflict, fighting with yourself, fighting with others. People just want to focus on the conflict. So you've got to be strong. You've got to protect what you know needs protecting. You've got to maintain what you got out of this Jupiter in Taurus transit. This traditional experience that for some reason people feel entitled to. They feel entitled to your life because you are bright. But they're not. They're not entitled to your life. And you don't owe them anything. So if the decision is to stand your ground, stand your ground. But you've got to do this 11th house thing. You've got to somehow, you can't, the shock of your community right now can be so overwhelming that you forget that you're in a simulation and you're in a game, and you've got to play the game. You can't let them see that they're getting to you. You can't let them shock you. Don't be surprised. There's a lot of surprises that come through over the next year, but you've got to know they're coming. Don't be surprised by it. Don't get locked in that fixed energy. Be ready for the unexpected, and then make what you need of it. Create the balance that you want. Make people feel like they're part while giving them nothing that you don't feel they are deserving of. Be as selective as you want to be, but don't attack people for it. Yeah. For a lot of you, this is your work and your emotional world, and you don't want to bring your emotions into this experience. You don't want to go into places that you don't want to go into, and you don't have to. You really don't have to. But because of this shift and because of this time that you need to adjust to Jupiter and Gemini, this shocking energy can make you seem lost. It can make you seem harsh. And that's the opposite of what you want to come across, because you understand that what is available to you is growth, financial growth, larger reach through the community that you're able to build, through these people who aren't thinking, they're just going after what you have. So you've got to be smart about giving them enough. Be witty. Don't be shocked. Expect people to go low, and be witty and get what you want and what you need, which is, for some of you, it's bigger financial opportunities. For some of you, it's you just want things to feel stable. You want to somehow find a way to keep things stable in this deeply changeable energy. And the way to do it is to be ready for the unexpected and not fight back, but create that solid form through it. And I know that it hurts. I know that there's so much that you wish you could just keep behind the scenes, but right now you're in your community, and your community wants to know all before they merge with you. It's an unfair expectation. And for you, it's unfulfilling right now. There's too much that's emotionally unfulfilling, and it's forcing you to go into this very mental space. If you're dealing with an Aries, they're stuck in the past. They can't get past the emotional hurts. They can't get past what's happened already. So does that mean that it's your job to pull them out of that space? No. It's not your job to pull them out of that space. It's your job to not let their stuckness keep you from moving forward. You are moving forward. And I know that everything around you wants to reflect their stuckness. But the Emperor is here. This energy of community for you is here. People want to talk. People want to know what you have to say. Talk. Control the narrative. Make things into what you want them to be. Make your wishes come to fruition. That will attract the love. Do not let this energy of this unfulfilling connection pollute what you're doing. Make your wishes come to fruition. There are so many people who understand you, who are on your side, who want to give you what you want and what you need, who want to, send your message far and wide. Focus on those people solely. If you're dealing with a Gemini, they want to give you what you want, but they also have a lot of wants of their own. And you are a very generous person, but when you have something that you want, it can be really easy to make everyone else's wants seem so small because you're the sun, you know? You're so bright, you're so loud, in the most loving way. You're bright and loud, and so it can make everyone else's wants seem small. But this person, especially now that Jupiter is in Gemini, has big wants, and it's in your best interest to hear them out. Listen very closely. It's in your best interest to give them space and to not control them. And it's in your best interest to create the strongest community that you can, slowly. But this is about you letting yourself have fun with your life and letting that be the conversation, and letting the future consume you. It's exciting. If you're dealing with the Sagittarian, they are very clear, and that might shake things up a lot because of their clarity. That might shake up the way that you see things and the way that you think about things. But these are needed shakeups. This is necessary information and intel. These are things that have been keeping you stuck. A mindset that's been keeping you stuck. This Sagittarian is of the mind to be disruptive in any way necessary, because they're no longer putting their happiness on hold. And I think that you can gain a lot from that. I think that you both can gain a lot from that, as long as you allow yourself to change the way that you think and the way that you speak. Yeah? Your happiness and your confidence is the priority. Always. And that might mean you have to be even more strategic about what opportunities you accept and the way that you accept them. And that's okay. That's okay. This isn't about anyone else's fulfillment with your life. It's about yours. So, just remember to be witty. Be direct, but be witty. Don't let people pull you down out of this sun energy. You're happy about where you're going. You're happy about where you've arrived to. And you want to talk about it, and you have every right to talk about it. When it comes to love, things are intense. Either they are ending and it's very intense, or you're trying to merge lives and it's more intense than you want it to be. It's more emotional than you want it to be. If things are ending, understand that you carry a lot and you need someone who is ready for that build, who is really ready, not just, I don't even want to say a side piece. They've got to really want it for you. They've got to really want it for you. So if things are ending, it's because they don't know how to really want it for you, and they don't know how to match this fire. So you have to want it for yourself badly enough that you understand that the reason that this is ending, the reason that it's not healthy for you, is because you know that on the opposite end, you will give a lot. You will shine a bright light on whatever it is that this person has, a bright light on whatever this person has going. Meanwhile, your love of your life, your passion, is hindered. It's not given enough light, it's not given enough exposure, it's not hyped enough, it's not really growing the way that it should. If you're on the merging end in terms of this relationship, there's peace of mind on the way, because the work that you're doing, this very heavy work that you're doing, that's deeply rooted in power, absolutely, but also in a lot of love here with the Page of Cups. This passion that you have is deeply rooted in love and the desire for an increase in power in your life, which is totally fine. You are able to align with someone who sees this passion of yours, who sees the potential of this thing to grow and grow financially, but also just grow into something that means a lot to you, but means a lot to both of you. So the ask of you in this merging of your life is to let go of this version of the Empress, let go of this controlling tendency, this tendency to use your heart and use your energy to move things along. The Five of Cups is like, this person is not in love with that. They don't like it. You know what they're in love with? They're in love with this sassy version of you that's fun and generous and sassy. They just like you. They just like you for who you are. And so if you can put aside this overbearing side of you and just rest in where you are right now, you'll find a lot of peace of mind. You'll realize that things are moving the exact way that they're supposed to, and you'll be able to focus more on yourself and your money life. And this insecurity that's been eating at you, you'll be able to focus more deeply on it. In terms of health, this is a great opportunity to see those horrible habits that are being triggered now, or horrible eating habits, smoking, drinking habits, bad sleeping habits that are being triggered by this lack of emotional security and this stress. It's a great time to see all of it and how it's keeping you from looking the way that you want to look. See it all. It comes to life and you're like, wow, I didn't realize I was eating so badly because of this. I had no idea that I was lying about this good time to myself, and I was telling myself that this is okay, when really I was just so stressed about the ways that I've been treated and the experience that I've had lately, that I'm just doing things that are so unhelpful to me. I thought that these people who I don't trust deeply and who take a lot from me and who confuse me, I thought that wouldn't affect me, that it wouldn't affect not just my power, but the way that I like to invest in myself. I thought it wouldn't affect me, but really, it's controlling everything in my mind and in my heart, and I'm having to overcompensate for those experiences and for those situations. And so every time I go out in the world, it's a reflection of my bad habits: overspending, overeating, overindulging. This is a great time to realize the way that those things are impacting you and change your life, change your health routine. The world is here and you will be out in it, but you'll feel so much better if you're actually taking care of yourself, if you're actually loving yourself and pouring into yourself. You'll feel so much better. You'll look so much better. Yeah? Pour into yourself this season. Do all of the things that you've been holding off on. Have a great time for you and see see what's next for you despite the heaviness and the sadness that seems easy to just easy to fall into and to feel like that's your whole life, whatever that sad situation is. It's easy to feel like that's your whole life, but it's not. It's just one aspect of your life that is a challenge right now. As the sun shifts into Cancer on January 20th, it's time to rest. It's time to start to give love to that new vision that is building up, to be very generous with yourself, and to know that there are a lot of people who need your help, that need your love, especially your family, especially this Cancer. So get ready to focus a bit more inward to prepare yourself for this next year, this next journey. Love you, Leo. I will see you in Cancer season. And in the meantime, you can schedule your private and birth chart readings with me through the link in my description. The Gemini season kickoff is called Endless Fascination, and it's out now on YouTube. And then the Gemini season playlist is called Gem, and it is out now on Apple Music, and the link is in the description. See you in Cancer season.